went together and collaborated with your group. It's on?
Yeah.
To come up with all kinds of different topics with the linking words, with the facts, with the details. And so today we're going to be doing the same thing, but we're going to be doing it with a new template. So before we were using a different one, now we're going to be using our hamburger template. And I'll put it up here for you. For some of you, these boxes might be a little too small. And so if that's the case, you can flip it over and write more. But if not, remember on a paragraph. This whole thing is one paragraph. So one sentence, one sentence, one sentence, one sentence, one sentence. Now I'm not saying that you have to be limited to just one single sentence for each one, but if you want to stick with one sentence for each, then you can do one sentence for your topic, one sentence for your first detail with a linking word, so on, and then closing with the last closing statement. So all of your linking words are over here for you to use. All of our sentences that we all collaborated on and created yesterday are up here for you to use. So if you get a little stuck on your template and you're wondering, man, I want to use something different, something that I haven't already used, you can come up here, read what you and your peers have written and say, oh, I really like how they started that sentence, or I really like this linking word, just to get ideas to generate your own thinking. Yeah.
They already have linking words. Like
These do, first, second, and finally. I was going to get to that. If you don't like the ones they gave you, you can definitely choose something else.
Like cross them out.
Yeah, cross them out and use something else. If you like how it's set up, you can go ahead and use those. And remember, this is a template. This is kind of like a note-taking sheet.
Yeah.
So this is for you to get your ideas on your paper to prepare you to write your paragraph. So I wrote out my paragraph just so you guys can see that this whole thing is one paragraph. So where did I indent?
In the beginning. At the beginning.
What sentence?
Topic.
I indented at the topic sentence, and then all of my other writing, all my other sentences came back to my double line right here, right up against the edge. So if we're just writing one paragraph with at least 5 sentences, that'll all fit just like this in one paragraph. I highlighted my main idea, which is the effects, that's what we're going to be talking about. For example, is my first linking word. Also, I used effects again. My second linking word, in addition. Third linking word, also. And then my closing, and I used an as you can see statement with my effects in that concluding sentence. So here's kind of an outline that you can reference. We have all of this material that you can come up and look at it and reference. We have our informational paragraph guide right here that you can reference. And we have our whole poster of linking words you can come up and look at. So if you're stuck and you need a little help generating your own ideas, there's all of these different places around the room that you can come up and look at for ideas to get you started. Okay, so the only difference today, we're doing the effects and we're using our hamburger writing template. Okay, are there any questions about this template or the paragraph writing?
Why isn't there a hamburger bun on the bottom?
There is. It's kind of a squared one. Yeah,
That's
it's a
not
funny
really
looking.
awesome.
It's not as awesome as the one I made, but
Well,
it's there.
it's
Okay.
supposed to be square on a hamburger. No, it's not.
Are there any questions about the
It's
lesson?
not supposed to have 2 buttons.
Liam? Max?
What if on our facts paper, what if we don't have all 3 effects facts?
That's a really good point. So yesterday, we worked in our groups. So if one of your group member had that third fact that you might have not have had, this is up here for you to come up and look. So that's a good question. If you only have 2 facts or details for your effects on your research paper, feel free to come up here. These are all labeled, so if you're blizzards and you're missing 1 fact or detail, you can come up here and look, oh, here's a blizzard. This is what we came up with because you came up with these as a group. So come up here if you're missing one, get an idea, look it over, and then maybe you can get an idea from looking up here. Leah?
Can I use the topic sentence from there because I was watching beta?
Yeah, that's why we did this yesterday, you guys, to all work together as your weather phenomenon groups, to generate all of your ideas together. I know some of you wrote your own, but it was a collaborative working together, so you all had ideas and opinions that you were working into this. So that's why we did this yesterday. So you can come up here and kind of use this to help you guide you through this template. I'm going to take 2 more questions, and then we're going to get started. Blake?
Do we work in our group?
No, good question. I want you to work in your assigned seats. And if you're not quite ready to start your effects paper, if you're still working on your cause,
Or your
you'll finish your, no illustrations, just writing. You'll work on your cause, and then you'll move to your effects paper. And if you have more questions, you can put your name on the board and I'll come around and help you. Okay. What was your question?
Are we allowed to color the cheeseburger?
Okay, I just answered this with someone else. We're not coloring anything, we're just focusing on our writing. Okay, so I'm going to answer questions if you have your name on the board. So what we're going to do, papers are over here. Your hamburger papers are on this stool here. There's lined paper when you're ready for it on this stool here. If you're working on your cause, that's in your ELA folder and you'll be working on that. So it's just writing. We're not doing our illustrations yet, but we will have time to come back and finish those as well. So it's just writing, finishing your cause, or starting your effects. Okay? And I didn't have a word of the day. Let's